stay at your places, stay at your home, and use your mask all the time whenever you are going out. So yesterday we have discussed about cell organelles, its functions. We have also discussed about cell size, cell shape. The topic that we are covering today includes difference between plant cell and animal cell. We will also discuss difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and also we will discuss cell division and growth. So let's start our class. Good morning students. I hope you all are fine. I advise you to stay at your places, stay at your home, and use your mask all the time whenever you are going out. So yesterday we have discussed about cell organelles, its functions. We have also discussed about cell size, cell shape. The topic that we are covering today includes difference between plant cell and animal cell. We will also discuss difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and also we will discuss cell division and growth. So let's start our class.
Yes, we have started with today's topic, that is difference between plant cell and animal cell. See, animal cells are generally small in size because they have small vacuoles in them, and plant cells are larger in size as compared to animal cells. Cell wall is absent in animal cell, and plasma membrane of plant cell is surrounded by a rigid cell wall of cellulose, and it provides the protection against temperature variations, moisture, etc. Except the protozoan Euglena, no animal cell possess plastids. So plastids are absent in animal cell except protozoan Euglena, and plant cell plastids are present. Vacuoles in animal cells are many and small, while most mature plant cells have a large central vacuole. Animal cells have a single highly complex Golgi bodies. Plant cells have many simpler units of and prominent Golgi apparatus called dictyosomes. Animal cells have centrosome and centrioles, while plant lack centrosome and centrioles. So this is the basic difference between plant cell and animal cell. See, this is the structure of an plant cell. You can see the vacuole is quite big, the size is big, and it is also having cell wall in it, and you need to draw this diagram also in your notebooks. And if we will talk about the next slide, then it is animal cell, and it has centrally located nucleus, and it has centrosome in it, and also it is having only single cell membrane, that is plasma membrane. Cell wall is absent. So these two are the diagrams of plant cell and animal cell and their differences. Now the next topic is prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. So what is the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells? See, most prokaryotes are, सबसे पहले what we need to understand the meaning of prokaryotic cells. Pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. So primitive nucleus which is not developed, well developed नहीं है ये. The cells which do not have a well organized nucleus due to the absence of nuclear membrane are called prokaryotic cells, and the organisms having these type of cells are known as prokaryotes, and for example bacteria and blue green algae. And if I am talking about eukaryotic cells, the cells which have a well organized nucleus with nuclear membrane, they are called eukaryotic cells, and their examples is plants and animal cells. Now I'll go for the difference. Most prokaryotes are unicellular and most eukaryotes are multicellular. The nucleus is poorly defined due to the absence of nuclear membrane, and in eukaryotes the nucleus is well defined and is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. Nucleolus is absent and nucleolus is present in eukaryotes. Cell organelles such as plastids, mitochondria, Golgi bodies are absent, whereas in eukaryotes all these organelles are present. Bacteria and blue-green algae are the examples, and here fungi, plant and animal cells are examples of eukaryotes. So moving on to cell division and growth. See, these are the difference. These are the two cells, eukaryote and prokaryote. You can easily see a nucleoid here, but here it is nucleus, nucleolus and other organelles are also present, but in prokaryote it is not there. Okay, so now moving on to cell growth and cell division. See, cell division, when a cell is formed it is small, but gradually it grows in size. After reaching a certain size, the cell divides to form more cells. During division, what happens? First, the nucleus is separated and nucleus splits first into two parts, then cytoplasm divided into two separate parts across the middle. It is shown in the diagram also. One cell is given. First of all, nucleus is elongated, then it is divided into two parts and it is begun to transverse septum. इसके बीच में division start हो गया है. Then transverse septum becomes complete. Two daughter cells are separated. Now cell division is responsible for the growth of organism. It also replaces the dead or damaged cells. Millions of cells die and are replaced by every second in our body. Some unicellular organisms like bacteria, amoeba, they reproduce through cell division. So what this, I have also written this in your slide, that bacteria is divided into two parts. This is a reproduction in bacteria. Binary means two, fission means breakdown. Bacteria is divided after maturation. Bacteria is divided into two parts. And yeast reproduces by budding. We will continue this part in the next chapter, where we will discuss about reproduction in animals. This we will go into detail in that chapter. So till here we have completed your chapter, and with this chapter you need to find out the question answers and exercises of the chapter. We'll discuss it tomorrow.